Hey, what's up, guys? This is John Spear Warhammer. Hope you guys are having a good day. Today, I wanted to give you my 5 tips for being an apprentice, electrical apprentice, I should say. So, number 1, be on time. It is so imperative to be on time. Your bosses will look at it. Everyone that you come in contact, your journeyman, your foreman, your fellow apprentices, everyone's gonna know that you show up on time. So that is key. It's important. The best ability is availability and reliability. So that being said, it is when your journeyman looks at who he thinks top tier shows up on time every single day and wanting to work all day and shows up on time, great combination to start off with. So if you are electrical apprentice, that is key. It's half the battle. It's just showing up to learn. So there's that. So number 2, invest in some quality tools. I cannot stress this enough. As an apprentice, as a journeyman, as a foreman, it is so important to have quality tools. You need quality tools. Your life is literally at risk if you buy a shitty tool. You know what I mean? And then the other thing is, you got to invest in yourself. You got to invest into the tools. You got to have the right product at the right time. Get the good stuff up front. Don't waste your time. Don't waste anything getting shitty Lowe's, fucking Ace, Harbor Freight, whatever you want to call it, crappy tools. Because, these things come in contact with electricity. And you definitely don't want to get shocked, And you don't want to get shocked because you didn't have the insulated tool, that you didn't have the right tool for the job that you're doing, right? So, and then if you can't invest in yourself, why should your journeyman invest his time and knowledge into you? You got to think about that kind of stuff because, there's going to be a coming time when you have your own apprentice and you're going to want that kid to have the tools that you need to perform the job, right? And you're going to have this same speech with them so they know, get the good stuff up front. If you can afford it, we're electricians, we get paid well, go get the good stuff. It's worth it. Everything on a tool list that you need for your first year, make sure you get the good stuff. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. That is number 2 on my list. So let's check this out. Don't bitch. That is a deal, right? That's a deal that some guys don't get. And I for the life of me, I can't tell you why. So let's say you're digging, right? No one likes to dig. Not one single person. Not that I know of anyway. Especially electricians. Brooms and digging, right? We hate them. But you know what? The difference is that you'll notice is that, you suck it up and you do it, right? It's part of the trade. We're the only trade that starts from the very beginning to the very end. We're there day 1 and we're on the last day. That is part of the trade. That's part of us. That's part of being an electrician. It's hands down the most consistent job because you're there throughout the whole process. You're there in the beginning, digging, putting stuff in the ground, doing what you got to do. And you're there in the end, troubleshooting, doing what you got to do. But if you got a task that's shitty, don't announce how shitty it is. Because we know. As journeymen, we've done it. We've been there. We know what it is to be an apprentice. It sucks. But you know what makes a crappy job turn into a horrific fucking disaster nightmare is your wet behind the ears green ass apprentice telling you how bad it sucks and when can we go home and this and that. That blows everything out of comparison from having a crappy experience to having a horrific nightmare of an experience. So, just saying. Okay? So, tip number 4, know your material. Know what you got to get. That is your job to know what to get. So, if I was a first year apprentice and I didn't know what I was doing, what they did to me is they threw me in the back shop. Okay? Back shop to learn the material. After I learned the material, then I was able to go on the field. But if you are given that same opportunity to actually experience going into a shop, picking out material for the guys, then I hate to tell you, you're gonna have to learn on your own. And it is your job to know. It's not the journeyman's responsibility to teach you literally every single thing. He's there to do a job too. He gets paid by the hour, but he keeps his job by being consistent. So, like, you can always tell a good apprentice when you see a good journeyman because they're both on top of their shit. You can always tell a bad apprentice with a bad fucking journeyman because they're not. And it is clear why, because that guy don't care. Asking questions. Totally cool to ask questions. It's great. It's your job to know what you're doing. Okay? There is such a thing, though, as a stupid question. Okay? So, it is important that you really think about what you're asking the journeyman, because he's busy in his mind mapping out the next 3 projects or task or whatever, right? Yeah. So what you gotta do is think about what you did, what you're doing. So let's say you're running pipe. You gotta run that pipe point A to point B. It's at 18 inches. You can assume that is a receptacle, and like in your head anyway, you assuming that's a receptacle. You've done a receptacle in the past. You know that it's 3 wires, a black, a green, and a white. So go up to your journeyman and ask him, hey, in this pipe, am I running black, green, white? And you might get a response like, yeah, absolutely, that's exactly what you're doing. Or like, no, it's actually a 220 plug. Bring a black, a red, and a green down there, So at least you'll have the right answer, but you don't look like a complete big dummy doing it. So, and then here's good old bonus tip. Good hygiene. Gotta have good hygiene. Want to know what the quickest way to get a nickname is? Smell like something weird. That's a good way to get yourself a classic nickname like, butterscotch or freaking cheeseburger or whatever. Brush your teeth, take a shower. That's what normal people do. So, in case you didn't know that, fun fact, that's what you should do. So, that's my 5 amazing tips for being an apprentice. My name is John Spear with Warhammer. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate every one of my followers and try to make these videos for everyone from apprentice to foreman to superintendent to project manager. So all the way up, the whole spectrum. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so much.